It's back. It's back. New comic day is back. This is my May 6, 2020 comic book pull list. I'm sorry, I'm just really excited at the fact that finally, after weeks and weeks and weeks, new comics are finally starting to come out again. Now, it was only DC that's been kind of rolling out, as the Marvel stuff is going to be coming on May 27th, according to my local comic book store. But even so, doesn't matter. New comic books are finally coming out. And I do want to start off by saying that because there are only DC books this week, I actually picked up only one single issue book. But I tell you, I've also got a whole bunch of other awesome goodies that I cannot wait to share with you. And I guess let's go ahead and get started, kicking it off with The Flash, issue number 753. And in the previous issue of The Flash, Barry ended up getting trapped in the same dimension that basically ended up creating Paradox. But in this dimension, he does have the means to build his tech and stuff like that, and actually ends up building a cosmic treadmill, which he says he's gonna go back in time and talk to the one person who has ever defeated Paradox, and that is Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash, which means back to the night his mother died. Again. But either way, super excited, super eager, and now, onto some trades. And so when it comes to this next batch of trade paperbacks that I'm going to end up showing you, see how it ended up working out was I didn't pick these up at my local comic book store. I went to the used bookstore here in Anchorage. It's called Tidal Wave Books, and what had happened was I traded in a whole bunch of books that I just wasn't reading anymore and thought, you know what, let's get some trade paperbacks with this store of credit. So the first one is going to be Identity Crisis, and this is a book that I've been meaning to add to my collection for a while. I'll be honest, it's been quite a while since I read it, so I remember like very little about it. I mean, I remember the whole mind scrambling bit with, like, you know, the Justice League and the ever so, well, unpopular bit with Sue Dibney and Dr. Light. But I don't know why, I've just had this inkling, this feeling that I want to read it again, so I picked it up. Now we've got Marvel's Civil War, the first Civil War. And yeah, I mean, I actually have the novel to this book. I've got the what is that, the graphic audio book on CD version of this, but I never bought the trade paperback to this story, and I'm thinking, you know what, I've got like all these other bits and tying in pieces, but I never picked up the trade. So yeah, we had to fix that, because I like the first Civil War. I think it's really well executed, and it's just an overall interesting story of hero versus hero. Now we've got Daredevil Born Again. Yes, this Daredevil story that's considered one of, if not the best Daredevil story to ever grace the character of Daredevil and his daredevilly devilness. Because it was also during my recent discussion with both Comic Boom and Dark Knight Nation where we were talking about the hero's journey, and during that whole discussion, I don't remember if this book actually came up. I'm pretty sure it did, which is what got it into the back of my mind. So when I was out at the bookstore and I saw it sitting on the shelf, my mind just kind of reconnected to that, and I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let's get it. This is a really awesome story that I would love to read again, and now that I've got it in a nice trade, I can read it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And then once I've done that, I can do it all again. Yay! And we're not stopping there, because now we have Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. And I saw it next to Born Again, and they were cheap. That's it. They were cheap. And the final book that I picked up for May 6, 2020 is Batman and the Justice League Volume 2. And Volume 1 was honestly a book that I really wish I had talked about. Actually, now I have plans to talk about it, because I went through it again a couple of weeks ago, and I just remembered how awesome it was. And yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. You know, this is it. This is DC Comics with the superheroes of, like, you know, Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and all of them. It's a manga. It's a manga with DC superheroes, so you get a nice thick book that's, you know, got extremely good art, and it's not expensive. I mean, this book is $12.99. You know, it's got this nice matte finish for a cover. Plus, I just really like the different takes that the writer comes up with. The stories in these. Well, that completes my May 6, 2020 comic book pull list, and I would like to know what you picked up. Please leave your comments in the comment section below, and if you like this video, I'd love it if you'd smash that like button, share with some friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and ring that notification bell for more comic book content. And if you're wondering where to watch next, consider one of these 2 videos. Alright, take care, have a great day, let's read some comics, or trade paperbacks, or manga. I mean, manga's Japanese comics, so, yeah. Stay geeky.